12:04 p.m. checking in. So, yeah, bro. Is she closer to Baal or the devil? That's a good question. Is she? She probably... Let me answer this question. Is she closer to the devil? I could say the devil uses her. Right? She organizes things with the devil. She participates with the devil because she accepts him. She likes the deeds the devil do her because she thinks she's granted this or whatever. She's granted this knowledge. But it's just deception. It's this rabbit hole. It's this illusion of things that it's great, but it's really just chaos and confusion. It's really turmoil. She's really planting demon seeds. That's what she's doing, but she doesn't know that though, because she believes that in her mindset. You see, the devil has to get permission. She signs it because in her heart she believes that. So she signs it. She has this conviction. Something tells her to do it, and then she does it. And then she goes so far down, it's like she thinks she's justified. He thinks that she can do no wrong. She thinks she's right. Metaphorically speaking. That's why she doesn't take accountability. So when she sets you up, when certain things happen around you, she doesn't take accountability. It goes out the window. She don't think she's no wrong. Because she gone so far in her life that she is just that person. She is just viceful. And she's just careless. That's why you guys think like a lot of like, women are like more to like the bad side, the badder side or the evil side. They're more, you can say that's why the devil uses them or plant them but I'll say like the devil kind of tricked them, deceived them that this is great. Follow me. I will show you the way. But that was a wrong way. And they've been holding on to that mindset. They haven't outgrew it. So it's like, in a way, they look like they're doing the devil's deed. But they're really just confused. You know what I'm saying? And they're lost. That's all they really are. They're just lost and confused. God damn, she is sexy as shit. Fucking goodness gracious. God, please forgive me. That's why. So she comes in as this great person. She comes in presentable. The way she comes to you. And then boom, you get with her, things are right, and then it goes to crap. Things go downhill. You're losing things. Things are going missing, but she's smiling in your face. She's so happy because she is draining you. Like the devil does, it drains you. It comes to collect. The devil is using her. Right? And then you go downhill. But then, as soon as you change, you do what you got to do, you pick back up, her life goes downhill. Because she thinks she was moving right. The whole time, she's just lost and confused. She thinks the whole time she's been moving right. Why is his life going up, but why's mine's going down? Because he's doing the good actions, or I could say the righteous actions. So it's giving the righteous result, the righteous life. And her life is going downhill because she's living wrong. But the thing is, she was living wrong also, but she was using deception. She needed people around her. She needed Muppets. The devil uses her, right? Metaphorically speaking. But you are doing it with yourself that you think you're doing righteous, but it's with God, right? Metaphorically speaking. You know what I'm saying? Y'all think these like girls are like evil, these women, but whole time they just kind of like, I could say lost. They've been doing what they think is right, but it's actually more harmful than any good. Because when you're so worldly, you start to look at things in a worldly way. You're not looking at things like, what if this happened or that? You're looking at it like, oh my goodness, this is what I'm gaining. I have the whole world in my hands. Oh my goodness. So you kind of use the ability to actually relate with the average person or the man. And you lose sympathy and empathy. So you start to look like you're narcissistic because you've been told is right. You've been told in your ear through generations. So y'all think these girls are evil, they this, they Jezebels, or they it's like, in a way, it's like they're probably born evil, but really they're just karmic implants from generations and generations. It's just karmic loops that they have not broken. And they think is right. And they have not changed. She's been hoodwinked by this, by religion or wolves in sheep clothing, people who she think is great to do that because it helps the world move a certain way. It helps keep evil castrated while also dominated. That's what it does. It makes look evil like it's casual, like, oh, there's no evil and it's all good in God. The whole time, it's really the coherent, dominate force behind the scenes. So when she does bad in her life, she messes up. She's able to run to the chapel. She's able to run to the church house and ask for forgiveness. And they pray for her. They probably baptize her again like she hasn't already been baptized before. Who hasn't been baptized? If you not been baptized, then you're probably not even from earth. Like, if you are a Christian or whatever religion you are, Baptist, Pentecostal, whatever you are, Seventh-day Adventist, Jehovah, who has not been baptized, bro? I'm pretty sure all of us been baptized. She gets baptized again. So she thinks that she is just right. She goes to church or whatever place. She gets so-called saved, rebaptized. All that, they held her hand high. So she has this pride again about herself and everything. And she's forgiven suddenly. But what it does is it removes that accountability. And her accountability for herself, she ignores the world or what she has done. She's not like she went to the past and actually apologize, for the bad things she done, the demonic things, or becoming such things from the demonic things, or doing things, or sleeping with demonics or demons. It's not like she's done that, because it's really the blind leading the blind. Like, she may know, like, oh, I'm doing what's right, I'm a shiesty, look at me, I'm being a sneaky girl, but she doesn't have this empathy or the sympathy for this person that she's doing evil to or doing bad to this person, because she has not faced any consequence. She doesn't understand it because she's just blinded. She's ignored. She has fell in love with it. She is so caught up. She's literally on cloud 9. When her brain is so just wrapped up in that, it's kind of hard to get her out of that state until life knocks her loose and she awakens. And she not only she feels the regret or shame, but she feels like this uncomfortable sensation. Why did I waste my time? Who was I impressing? What was the point of this? She has to awaken herself. So you try to save her from the devil, like the guy that's like, boom, 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 tearing her up or whatever, or certain people lying to her, her friends. But then she goes back to that person, or you try to let her to a different life, and she gaslights you, she lies to you, because it's like, in her mind, she convinced herself that these people are right for her. They care for her and they love her. They trick her with emotions. They love her. or she loves them. It could be a sister, your cousin, or your mother, whatever woman that you know. She goes back to that person because deep down she loves and cares for that person. So she doesn't want to see them in a trap. So she goes back to save them instead of you saving her life. She goes back to that to save that same thing that almost took her out and destroyed her. You know, so the devil misuses her and her nature to supposed to nurture, supposed to love or care. The devil misuses that and turns her to what they call a demon or a Jezebel or whatever the case is. And that's just what it is. The whole time she's just acting evil, acting like a grimy piece of S-H-I-T, ain't S-H-I-T-B-I-T-C-H. At that point, she loses the point to, yes, coming. At that point, she can't. She has the whole world on her shoulders. However, she can't be accountable. She's already kind of gone. She's so dwell upon in just evilness until Baal or demon or whatever, if it exists. Anyways, metaphorically speaking, that she's just already, this is what can you do to her? She got to realize until she's in her 30s or whatever the case is, or when it's too late. But really it's just, she's just lost, ignorant, and doesn't understand consequences and reality and karma. She doesn't understand frequencies and how it all counteracts back. She doesn't understand that because she looks at things from the world. She's very worldly, she's materialistic. It's like she doesn't even really have a soul, you know. But she has to realize that for herself. The church ain't gonna do it, and her friends ain't gonna do it, and her boyfriend ain't gonna do it. You know, her mother ain't gonna do it. She has to see that for herself and realize that, or else the cycle continues for generations since the beginning of time, since Adam or Eve made Adam eat the fruit or apple, blah blah blah, and it continues. And we see the suffering go on in this world, and it doesn't change.